Hi guys, and welcome to Mystic Frequency. I'm Lisa and I'll be your tarot reader today. I'm excited to see what our guides have for the collective and what affirmations they may want you to be telling yourself in this moment to kind of give you a nudge and a push, and what self-care and just overall what they can give you to help you along wherever you may be in your journey. Now, always remember, even when they reveal information for you, you still have the wheel in your hands and can control it to go in any direction you want. Sometimes they come in and they just want you to kind of align your energy. If it's not being focused where it should be focused at, maybe they see you kind of turning off and rolling into a ditch, and they're trying to really make sure you can kind of see these obstacles that aren't benefiting you. But I'm excited. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and overall just giving good feedback and commenting and just really helping encourage this channel so that way I can help more people no matter where they are in their life. But let's go ahead and let's get into it. If you are a supporter of my Patreon, thank you so much. The videos that I upload up on Patreon are $5. They're very similar to what I do here on my YouTube channel. And there is a $5 month tier. So if you pay $5 a month and you watch the videos, you won't have to purchase each video for $5. You actually just have access to all of the videos by being a member on Patreon for me. But I appreciate you so much. Thank you for supporting, helping me be able to purchase cards, and really help me stay positive. So I'm going to go ahead and let that be the affirmation for today. That's really good energy to be coming through today. Feeling positive. And if you can't tell, like, I'm just trying to go after it right now. I'm just trying to stay motivated, stay positive, and your guides want you to feel positive too. Feel positive about the circumstances you are in. See the good things that are around you. Just really, rather than sit in the negative and worry about the what ifs and worry about what could happen, it's saying, even if this situation comes and presents itself in front of me, I am positive that I'm going to be able to overcome this, and not allowing yourself to be defeated. And just really bringing that sunlight in. Allow that sunlight to come through. Open the windows up, crack the blinds, allow for the sun to come in. I know January can be really hard to get out, and our bodies really need that sunlight just as much as plants do. And the amount of sunlight that we don't get, depending on where you live in the world, at least in my case where I live, we get less sunlight. And and I can really feel that as I'm waiting for spring and summer to get here, so that way I can really soak in these rays and get all of the necessary beneficial ingredients that the sun gives me. So allow yourself to be positive today. Find ways to bring that positivity into your life. Focus on the things that went right rather than what didn't. But I love that you have positive energy coming through. That's really good. Let's see what's a self-care routine that would benefit you greatly today. All right, Spirit. Wrap your arms around yourself as best as you can and squeeze. Give yourself a hug today, guys. Hugging another person or just allowing yourself to be close to another individual, it does wonderful things for your mind. And if you do find yourself in a place where, you're not with your loved ones, you're nowhere around them, or maybe you just have this type of personality where it's kind of hard for yourself to open up with others and ask for a hug. Maybe you're not someone that just asks for hugs. You probably would turn away a hug, but allow yourself to give yourself a hug. especially if you want to be held right now. You want to be held so that way you feel things will be positive in your world. But do that for yourself today. Do that for yourself right now. Allow yourself to hold yourself as best as you can with the energy that you have in the moment. And then imagine whoever a positive individual is in your life that you look up to, that you admire, that has been a positive impact on your life. If they are no longer here, or if they are just nowhere near you, imagine that they are giving you this positive hug. Even though I can't see you, I want you to imagine that I'm giving you a very big hug right now. And you're going to be squeezed so tight like a bear that it's going to knock the breath out of you, because you need to feel this good energy from this. But I love that you have positivity trying to come through and just really wrap you up in a blanket. Let's see what your spiritual guides have to say. And I had a lot of cards that were turned upside down in this deck because I've been using it so much that the OCD in me, the Virgo, is like, I must turn every card before this reading. All right. Let's see what Spirit has. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that and this one. Okay. Raccoon, inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. These raccoons up here, they climbed this tree because they were very interested in this moth or this butterfly that has this ability to fly. And they're thinking of the ways in which that they can do that for themselves. And at some points, when you try to become something that wasn't... So what I'm getting from this card today, have you been tricking your mind, telling yourself that you can't do this, that the only thing that you can accomplish in this world is to be a raccoon? And they're looking at this butterfly, and this raccoon is looking at this pine cone that is up here. And they're thinking of the ways in which they can grow, possibly into this tree instead. And this raccoon is much more closer to the tree. So this makes me think, whatever you're trying to create, you are much closer than you realize. And I can even see this as baby raccoon growing, holding on to the limb, aspiring to become this, and realizes it needs to transform, it needs to grow its strength, and then it develops and matures because it knows where it needs to be growing. It knows where it needs to be going. And because you are the inventor, you are the creator in this sense, where you are looking towards the gears, the machines, the mechanisms of your world. So that way you can juggle many different priorities that you have. And you do them very well. But it's because you look at where you are standing in the current moment. You look to see what part of the branch you are on. And you put your focus and intention on the things that you can obtain without having to take side roads, without having to take shortcuts. Because you realize when you take a shortcut with an invention you are building and you don't test it all the way through, and you just allow yourself to say, okay, well, this will work. And then it turns out that it doesn't work, and now you're having to start all over again where you were this small raccoon. But you are an inventor in this moment, and you're building on something. You're working out all the kinks. You're doing these trial and error situations to determine which one will make you more sturdy currently. And you're trying to stay positive while you are trying all these different things out. You're experimenting. And it can be frustrating when you are trying to solve something in your world and nothing you are doing is cooperating. But allow yourself to be positive and not turn in the towel. I say that quite often, throwing in the towel, where you're just giving up. Your guides don't want you to do that. They just want you to focus on what it is that you really, really want for yourself and not compare your transformation to other individuals. We have tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. And when I started saying that, I thought of Pinky and the Brain. I don't know if y'all remember that cartoon that came out a while long back time ago. I'm in my early 30s. So it's like, who are you in this moment? Are you Pinky or are you the Brain? Are you letting life use you as a tool, or are you Brain trying to use the tools that are around you to conquer the world? But yes, I heard I choose to be unstoppable, and it really made me think of that show. You may have some close ties to that show. If you've never watched it, I encourage you. Pinky was one of my favorite characters. And it's basically these two mice who are in a lab, and one is really intelligent, and the other one, it's like he doesn't even have a brain. But allow yourself to feel silly. Allow yourself to explore things that don't work. And Albert Einstein, I believe he's the one that was saying, when you're trying to solve an equation with the same formula and you get the same results and you just keep expecting something different to come of it, it's just insanity to that point. So find ways to bring something new in here that allows yourself to be more passionate and just really brave with the things that you are doing. But you have a lot of people that are backing you in this moment. And this also makes me think of people who create medicine. This makes me think of people who really just create these gadgets and help themselves and help those that are around them. Maybe this butterfly had a broke wing and this raccoon created a prosthetic wing so that way it may fly again, and it's looking to see, okay, are you going to be able to take off, or is there a little bit more that I need to do? It makes me think of Inspector Gadget too, as well. There's a lot of good shows from my childhood coming in through today. But you're on fire, guys. Ooh, we have the goose. Inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. So geese and most birds have this, it's like this inner compass that they have within them that just, even though they are born, they fly with their instincts, and then they go to where there's warmer climates, and then when it's time to start traveling back, they are able to go back to the same pond, the same lake, the same water source in which they grew up in, and they just know the direction. Salmon are very similar to this, where they're able to swim up the stream that they came down. They just know where it is that they have come from. And so we have another confirmation here about bravery. Allow yourself to be very brave. Allow yourself to travel farther than you thought you could travel. These raccoons wanted to fly, and because they couldn't fly, they had to think of, well, how can I go as far as this butterfly will go? Because monarchs, they do the exact same thing. They do these migratory trips. And you can do that too. You can go wherever you want to go in this life. You can invent the steps that you need to be taking. You can allow yourself to be this unstoppable force where you are going where it is that you were meant to be going. You just need to be positive and confident that you're going to be able to reach your destination. And look to those that are around you that can really help you provide a solution when you cannot come up with it. But I love the energy that is coming through right now. There's a movie that I remember watching when I was younger, and it talked about a girl who was taking care of geese, and she had to teach them how to fly again. So back to this butterfly, teaching others how to fly as well. And they were almost worried that the geese wouldn't survive, that the geese wouldn't be able to learn how to fly, that they wouldn't just have the instincts for themselves. And then there was just this right moment, this right opportunity where, against all odds, she overcame them. And the geese eventually do come back and visit her. So, where are you returning to? Are you returning home? Are you returning to where your passions are? Where is your inner compass taking you? Let me know, guys. Let me know where your inner compass is taking you right now in this moment. Let's see what your tarot has to say today. And we'll look at the focus that they want to really drive here for you in your mind. Then we'll look at the heart of the matter and the subconscious, which will reveal either A, something that has been trying to come through your dreams, or something that is being suppressed that just needs to be aware. We need more inventors in this world. We need more people that see a need and give people the wings to fly again. Whatever you do for the collective, thank you. Whatever you're doing to help another person, thank you so much for being that light. And by you helping others, that's why you have these mighty forces just coming in. Every time I hear mighty forces, it makes me think of Power Rangers. Oh, I love it. I love that I'm thinking about all of these shows. I love it. All right, Spirit. I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple cards, or not a couple, but I'm going to pull whatever speaks that's trying to present itself. And now it's trying to be quiet, guys. Ooh, okay. No, Spirit. I want this to be a good, collective, quick reading, so that way they don't have to sit as long. Because I find when I'm doing readings, I can find myself spinning back over and over again on the same thing on repeat. I'm going to go ahead and take this one. Okay. All right. What is the heart of the matter? Okay. And then we are going to look. It's like it really wants to pull two cards, but I'm like, All right. Let's look at the focus. We have the Six of Pentacles. Yes, I got that from y'all. You people are, you individuals, you souls are the most giving of your time and energy. You are so giving to those that are in need. And you don't allow yourself to hold on to your wealth in a negative way. When you have the ability to assist, you assist in the moment when you see it. And even though these scales right here are empty, you still have this home in the background. You still have this abundance that's growing around you. You still have the clothes on your back. And you don't see wealth in a negative way. You're very positive about how you earn money. You are very positive about how you spend your money. And the Six of Pentacles talks about this ability to give and receive, and you understand the importance of that. You understand when you are not in a position to be giving, that you actually look to those that are around you that can assist you in this moment. And you may be even looking into ways to invest in other people, because we have this inventor. You have a really good skill about picking up on those that are worth growing, that you want to assist. And by assisting others, you really are manifesting a lot more in your world, and you're helping shape something by being this type of individual who is very supportive, who is very stable in this point, that they can be just very generous. And you communicate with the public or your friends, your family, those that are around you. You are able to communicate very effectively, and you can help people cooperate and just bring that harmony that is in their world. And I love that this person he knows who he can give the money to, that is not going to see this as a constant handout, that this person is actually going to do what it is they need to get them out of this situation. Whereas this person has their hand out, and she is well dressed, mind you. She's a lot more well dressed, whereas this person looks like they're wearing rags. And he knows who really needs this in this certain moment. And he's not going to hand it to somebody that doesn't really need it. But y'all are very brave, because you've been on the opposite end of this, where you have been at this point in your life, and you have seen the negative consequences of not being able to save, not being able to plan your budget. You've seen all of those things and how it can affect you. And you've seen the importance of creating these sustainable solutions that really help create this harmony and balance that you need to have in your life. But I love that you're focusing right now. You are literally focusing on how you can be more positive and giving to others. And you're trying to invent solutions so that way you can do this. In the heart of the matter, we have the justice system. So, and here's another scale system. Right now within you, it's like, think of Robin Hood, but not a negative connotation of Robin Hood, where when you see the justice system is not taking care of those that are desperately in need, and they're taking care of those that are well off, that can support themselves, you feel a need to step in and provide that justice to them. And the justice talks about, this could even talk about somebody that is a lawyer that has a habit of, even if someone doesn't have the money to afford this situation, he actively or she actively just assists them so that way they get the right verdict. And at the heart of the matter, maybe you're worried about something being imbalanced. You're worried that when the final verdict comes in, this person is going to get the short end of the stick. And you want them to be successful. You want them to be able to come to this. You may not be a lawyer, but think of this person right here they want this person to present themselves in such a way that the eyes of the court doesn't see them in a particular way. And whereas this person has probably had all the finances, all the resources, everything to possibly woo the the people that make the judgments here. And it's like, how can I do that for this person who doesn't have the same upbringing as this person? This person doesn't have the same knowledge as this person. This person doesn't have the same connections as this person. And you're trying to remain positive, and that's what's really going to help you here. If you are having a legal battle of some sorts, or you are just trying to find ways to create good karma, maybe you've noticed certain things around you that were not true, because justice cares about the truth. Justice is going to take everyone's verdict, or not their verdict, but they're going to take everything that they are presenting on their case, their plaintiff, and they're going to allow them to defend themselves. And I am a firm believer in integrity over ego, and getting to the core of the truth. I've always been like that. I have, whenever I was growing up, my sister had a friend that used to joke about taking magazines when she was maybe 10 or 11, and basically justifying the cause for why she took the magazine. And her reason for it was that they shouldn't make magazines so expensive to begin with, or that they have enough money already and it justifies the reason for taking. Like, and that's a thing with our world that can be noticed, is when we see that someone has so much money in their pocket, in their home, in their car, that we think that if we were to take just a little bit from them, they would be okay if you did. And the collective reading today, the spirit guides that are coming through, they want you to see, no matter how you view it, when you are taking from someone and not doing the work yourself, you are not working for ways to obtain the things that you want, that it will come back. And you will have to face justice. You will have to face this court. You will have to own up to your mistakes and actions. You just cannot turn a blind eye to take from another to give to someone else. It's not right. It's not moral. It's not okay. And I almost feel like justice is seeing how this person is taking advantage of the system, or they are taking advantage of those that are not in, because this person's looking at this individual, and it's almost like, I seen that you just got money. Give me your lunch money kind of situation. And the justice system is coming in here to say, hey, and this may be for small collective, but this is just making you aware so that way you can see if you are giving to the right people. And it's like they're using this analogy here to say, do you see that this person has someone that may be using them, who sees that you wouldn't give to them, so you're giving to them, and then now they're trying to take from this person. See how they, be that financial advisor to those where I understand you are in a bad position, but you cannot keep giving what I am giving you to those that are well off just because they tell you they're not doing good. You are in much far worse shape than they are. And so justice is coming through here to like really bring this to the heart, bring it to the heart of the matter, to not take from those that are well off just because, and even not to feel negative about somebody that has grown up in a wealthy family, that has grown up in a sustainable income where the family didn't need to lean on, government resources or lean on others around them. And they've just had a well-off, like they're mentally stable. Not to bash on those people, Everyone has struggles that they have to work through deep beneath the surface. And we all experience some form of anxiety, some form of depression in whatever way that it may present itself. And and sometimes people become more prosperous when they have a positive mindset, when they are looking towards how to assist a need, when they follow their dreams, they're confident in their capabilities, and they achieve that end goal. They see the destination and they don't let anything stop them. But don't lose your integrity. Don't lose this part of you where you are giving to others. Just allow yourself to go within and understand, why are you like this? Are you doing this for others, or are you doing this for yourself? And see how that makes you feel. Trust your intuition on this, but really go within and see what truth you are trying to bring about, what you are trying to invent in this moment. Let's see what your subconscious has to say. So we have the Five of Cups here, and it is in reverse. And there were a lot of things that have been said. There was these hopes, there was these instances that didn't go the way it should have went. And you're feeling your mind wants you to see if you have been spending too much time focusing on where you are not fulfilled, where you are no longer celebrating, because the Three of Cups over here, it reminds me of celebrations. And if you are in a point in your life where you're going to find that you are about to lose the closest people that are around you, and you're trying to find ways to fix it, where you can right the matter, where you can start, oh my gosh, guys. If people are playing with your feelings and using your feelings against you, this may be for a specific person. If you have been allowing people to change the way you view them based off of what it is that they have going on around them, because this is conflict, because it's the Five of Cups, it's in reverse. There's this conflict that is coming through, and it's like if they make a big scene about it, then it's almost like you would give up in this moment and just give them what they want. And they want you to see that justice is trying to come within you, so you can really see how unstable the situation is. Unstable it is. There's a lot of instability here. And it's like they're coming through and they're separating earth and water from going against each other. But you can't be the person that is just trying to, I kind of want to talk about the trickster here. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity, because that really is coming through for me. There is someone that is practicing being the trickster, and they are not practicing integrity in this moment. And your guides want you to see that if you were to stop, there are different ways you can give to others. Money is not one of them. Knowledge is one. You can give people knowledge. You can give people, so this one said, wrap your arms around yourself as best as you can and squeeze. Some way to give to others is just by sitting next to them. by providing emotional support here. And it feels like there is no emotional support that is coming through in this moment. You give so much of yourself, and there's this imbalance here with justice coming through. And you feel as if you're the one that you're not getting what it is that you need. You're not receiving it's like you're giving this and then you're not given the same thing in return. Find ways to communicate this more openly, where if you are helping others, communicate, I'm going to help you with this, but I need to see that you are going to be able to rise from this situation and not abuse this, for lack of better terms. And I'm one of the pieces of advice I can give, and I am not a professional advisor, but what I will say is, if you need to see it returned back to you, like if you do give someone a loan of any kind, have it wrote down on a piece of paper when you expect it to be returned, how much you gave, whether there is interest in this, and get it notarized in where they sign it, you sign it, and it's notarized by an actual official. So that way it's not based off of, well, this is what he said. You actually have it in front of you. Maybe you have this makes me think of somebody that has a roommate that you have been supporting that hasn't been really carrying their weight. And you're starting to see how it's not working out. It's actually taking more than it actually is. And maybe this is a spouse or a girlfriend or whoever may be with you in this situation that is trying to say, hey, why do you keep giving to this person? And it's like you're worried that they're going to leave you or just not be in your life if you don't help them. You're worried that they may find themselves behind bars. They may find themselves in a worse off situation than if you were to allow them to come in. It makes me think of a family member, or just really anyone that you could be close to that you are assisting that is not pulling their weight. They may be drinking in their negativity, and they're spending their money on the wrong things. But remember how I was talking about the girl that had these geese that grew up with her? They grew up with her particularly. And the father doubted whether or not that the geese was going to be able to fly, whether or not they were going to be able to return. And you may have this in the back of your mind that if you let them go out on their own to experience the world for that it is, and how there are these injustices that are around them. This could be someone that is a parent that is about to send their child off into the world, and they're very worried that their child is not going to keep them around. You're worried about the choices that they are going to make. And let me tell you something, your spirit guides want you to come in. Oh my goodness. I just had this image come into my mind of a parent that's sending their kids out, and maybe you had to give some hard love, some hard advice. You gave them advice probably about how to tackle this situation, and they're being it's like you are showing this to them and they're taking it personal now, very personal. And you're worried if you're doing the wrong thing by allowing them to experience the world for themselves. So mama, daddies, grandparents that are trying to help their geese fly, trying to help their youngins transform to be this unstoppable force, you have to learn to trust more in them And at the end of the day, you can always be this safe place that they can turn to. But if you've been taking care of your little ones who are no longer little anymore, they're no longer this child, they're this grown individual. And they may push away a hug. They may push that away from you. But that doesn't mean that they don't love you. Hug yourself and just remember that this is for their better good. That they're going to be able to figure this out. If you've given them knowledge, if you've given them advice, you've given them all the necessary tools in order to be successful, to be able to juggle anything. It's like you really are trying to help them juggle things. And you need to give them the scales. You need to give them the scales so they can see how things have to be balanced for themselves, because so long as you're holding it, it always looks like it's fair. They need to see how they are being unfair to themselves and those around them. But I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading here. But your guides want you to see the injustices that are around you and not to lose this positivity that you have, this good karma that you are bringing into the world, and not allow people who get upset when you choose the relationships that are more fruitful, that grow, that are fulfilling, and not hand out to those that may use the money in their own personal celebrations that cause them to get their cups knocked over. Don't feed somebody's pity party. But I am glad that you are here and really providing to the collective with your energy. And you know where it is that you need to be going in this moment, guys. You have these loyal friends that are always with you. And you are blessed. You're always blessed. So allow yourself to fly. All right. Okay, guys, I'm heading out. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, subscribe. And if you know anyone that is going through this, that would benefit from this information, please share with them. Sharing is caring. Bye, guys. Quickly, I just wanted to say happy birthday to those that are born on January 13th. Today is January 13th, 2026. If I did not say that at the beginning of the video, I just wanted to make sure I left this on a positive note. Thank you so much for traveling around the world with us, not for us, but traveling the world with us and making the world a better place. So wrap yourself a big ol' happy birthday hug. And okay, now I'm leaving it here, guys. Bye.